brackets.
Hello friends, this video is brought to you by www.moateaching.com.
X terms on one side will give us m1x2 plus m2x1 equal to m2x plus m1x.
Let us study
Solving
another
further,
result
we will get
which is related to the midpoint of
x
the
equal
sides
to
of a triangle.
m1x2
Midpoint
plus
theorem
m2x1
states the
whole
line
by
segment joining the midpoints
m1 plus m2.
of two sides of a triangle
Similarly, using
is
the
parallel to
second
the
part,
third side.
we get PA by BP
We are given that in triangle
equal to
ABC,
PQ by BC,
E and F are the midpoints
which will
of
give
the
us
sides AB and AC
m1 by
respectively.
m2 equal
We
to
shall prove
y minus y1
that EF is
by
parallel
y2
to
minus
BC.
y,
For the proof,
which on solving
let us construct
will give us
a line
y equal
parallel
to
to BA and
m1
which
by
passes
2
through C.
plus m2 y1
Also
whole
extend
by m1
EF
plus m2.
and let the point of intersection be D.
Hence we have coordinates of point P,
Let us now start with the proof.
x and y.
Consider triangles A,
P
E,
divides line segment joining the points
and
A,
triangle
x1 y1 and B
C,
x2
D,
y2
F.
internally in the ratio m1 is to m2,
in these two triangles.
and coordinates of
We
point
already
P
know
are given
that
by
BA is
the
parallel
following
to
expressions,
CD
which is known as the section
by
formula.
construction.
Special case
So,
of section formula is
angle E
if P divides AB in the ratio k is
will
to
be
1,
equal to angle
then the section formula
FCD.
becomes
As these are alternate angles,
k times x2 plus
also
x1
since
whole by
F
k
is the
plus
midpoint
1,
of AC, so
and the
AF
y
is equal
coordinate will
to
be k times
FC
y2 plus y1 whole by k plus 1.
and
Another special
angle
case is
AFE
if P is a
will
midpoint
be
of
equal
AP,
to angle
this will imply
DFC,
that the ratio
as
m1
these
is
are
to
vertically
m2
opposite angles. Hence,
is
triangle
1 is
AEF
to 1,
is congruent to triangle
and then
CDF
the formula
by
becomes
ASA rule.
1 into
So by
x1
CPCT, EF
plus
is
1
equal
into
to
x2
FD
whole by 1 plus 1,
and AE
1 into
is
y1
equal to
plus 1
CD.
into y2
but we
whole by
already
1
know
plus 1,
that E is the midpoint
that is
and AE is also equal to
x1 plus x2
BE.
by 2
So we can
plus,
write that AE equal to CD
and y1 plus
which is also
y2 by
equal to
2,
BE.
which is also known as
This is all by
midpoint formula.
CPCT.
Please
That
remember
means
these formulas.
We have BE parallel to CD
Let us read
and
the question.
BE equal to
Find
CD,
the coordinates of the
which
point
would imply
which divides the line segment joining
BCDE
the point
is
4,
a parallelogram.
4 minus 3 and 8, 5.
And this would imply
In the ratio 3 is
that
to 1. Internally.
EF is parallel to BC.
So we have coordinates of point A and
Also
B
note that
and
we
the
have
ratio in which EF, the coordinates of the point required,
equal to
divides AB is
FD.
m1 is to m2 is also given to us. We
And
have to
this
find the
implies
point P xy,
that
which will be
EF
given by section formula.
is equal to half
Let us
of
recollect the section formula.
ED,
Now let us find
and this would
x coordinate
imply that EF
of such a
is equal
point
to half
by
of
substituting the values.
BC.
We have m1 as
This
3,
brings us to the conclusion that the
x2
line
is
segment
8,
joining the midpoint of
M2
two sides
is
of a
1
triangle is parallel
and
to the
x1
third
is
side and
4
is half of it.
whole divided by
Let us now
M1
look
plus
at
M2,
the converse of midpoint theorem. It
or
states
basically
that
3 plus
the
1.
line drawn through the midpoint
This
of
will
one
give
side
us
of the triangle parallel to
24 plus 4
another
whole
side
by 4,
bisects the third side.
28 by 4,
That means
that
if
is
we
7.
draw a line
So x coordinate
passing through
of
E
point P is 7.
and parallel
Similarly,
to
calculate
BC,
y coordinate.
it will bisect line AC.
Therefore,
That would mean the point of
7,
intersection,
3
say,
is the required point.
is the midpoint of AC.
Let us read the question.
For the
In
proof,
what ratio does the
let us
point
construct CM
minus 4,
parallel to
6
BA
divides the line segment joining
and we have to
minus
prove
6, 10
that F is the midpoint of AC.
and
We are given
3
that
minus
ED
8.
is parallel to BC and E is the midpoint of AB.
Let us try to understand the question.
For the proof,
Basically,
we shall
we are
prove
given
that
point
triangle
point P
AEF
and coordinates
and
of the point P which divides
triangle
AB in some ratio,
CDE
and we want to find that ratio.
are congruent.
Actually,
And
according
then by
to
section
simplicity,
formula we should take, we will have
M1 M2
AF equal to FC
and calculate the ratio.
so this proof
But there is an alternative method
you can
which is
complete
easier.
once the
We
congruency
start
will
with
be
the ratio.
proved, then
M1 is to
by
M2,
CPCT
which
we
can
will
also be written as
AF equal to
M1 by
FC.
M2 is to 1, which can be written as
and we come
K
to the
is to
conclusion
1.
that converse
now
of midpoint theorem
we will
is
find
also true.
the ratio K is to 1.
Let us read the
And we
question.
will interpret
In triangle
that point
ABC,
P divides AB
E
internally in the
and
ratio
F
K is to 1.
are respectively
So
the
let us
midpoints
use
of
the
sides
section formula
AB
and find x
BC
coordinate of
and
point
CA.
P using the
Show
ratio K
that
is
the
to
triangle
1, which will
ABC
be,
is divided into four congruent triangles
here x
by
coordinate is
joining
given to us,
D
which is minus
E
4. So we have
and
minus
F.
4 equal to our
Since it
M1
is
is
given
K,
that
and
D,
M2
E
is
and F are the
1.
midpoints of the sides of the
So we
triangle
have
ABC.
K into
It will be easy to apply
X2 is
midpoint theorem.
x coordinate of point B,
So let us
that
apply
is
this
3.
one. We have DF
Now M2 is 1
is parallel to
and
BC.
x1 is x coordinate
Also,
of point A
DF equal to half of BC.
whole by K plus 1.
Similarly,
Let us
we
cross
have
multiply and solve this further.
DE parallel to AC and DE equal to half of AC.
Solve this further. We get minus
Also,
4K minus 4
FC
equal to 3K minus 6
FE
or
is
7K
parallel to
equal
AB
to 2 by bringing the like
and
terms together.
FE
This gives
is
us
equal to
K equal
half
to
of
7, 2 by 7,
AB.
which
Let
implies
us
that
revisit
the
the
ratio
first
in which
condition.
point P divides
We have
AB
DF
is 2 by 7 is to 1.
DF is
or
parallel to
we can
BC.
say 2 is to
This
7.
implies that DF is
We
parallel
can check
to BE.
with the y coordinate of point P and we shall get the
can
same
just see
answer.
that BE is the part of BC. So
Let us
they are
look
parallel.
at alternative
Also,
method. Let
DF
us assume
equal to
that
half
P
of
divides
BC
AB in the ratio M1 is to M2
implies
internally.
that DF
Then we know the section
equal
formula.
to BE
Let us substitute the values.
as E is the
X
midpoint
and Y
of
coordinate are
side
given to us.
BC. So, from these
And
two conditions, we
is
can
equal
infer
to
that
3 times m1 minus 6
BE
times m2
FD
whole by
is a
m1
parallelogram.
plus m2.
Then by theorem on
Just substitute the
parallelogram,
values.
we have that a diagonal of a
Minus 8
parallelogram
times
divides it into
m1
two
plus
congruent
10
triangles.
times m2
So,
whole by
in parallelogram
m1 plus
BEFD,
m2,
the two triangles
which gives
will
us
be congruent.
minus 4
Hence we
equal
can
to
say
3m1
that triangle
minus 6m2
B
whole by
D
m1 plus m2
E
and
is congruent
6
to
equal
triangle
to minus 8
F
times m1
E
plus 10 times
D.
m2 whole by
Similarly,
m1
we
plus
can take up
m2.
each condition
Now
one
we can
by
cross
one
multiply
and prove
and find
that
m1 and m2.
triangle DAF
Let us solve the first one. We get
is also congruent to
minus
triangle
4 times m1
FED
minus 4 times m2
and
on cross multiplying
triangle
and
EFC
3 with this comes
is
equal
also
to 3
congruent
times m1 minus
to
6
triangle
times m2
FED.
which is equal to 7 times m1
Hence we reach the
equal to
conclusion
2 times m2.
that all the four triangles
Can we find
are
m1 by
congruent.
m2? We will get m1 by
Let
m2
us read the question.
equal to 2 by 7.
L, M and
Or
N are three parallel lines
This means
intersected by
m1 is to
transversals
m2
P and
is
Q
2 is to 7.
such that L, M and N
We should also
cut off
verify
equal intercept
that this ratio
Hello
AB
friends,
satisfies
this
the
video
y
is
coordinate.
brought to you by
cut off equal
www.muayteaching.com.
intercepts
Check whether m1 by m2 equal to 2 by
DE
7 satisfies
and EF
the y
on Q
coordinate.
also.
Let us take the left hand side
So we are given that
of the y
AB
coordinate equation,
is equal to BC
coordinate geometry,
and we have to prove
we get
that DE is equal
minus
to
8.
EF. For the
If we
proof,
take out m2
let us
common,
join AF.
we get m1 by m2
Let us name the point of
Plus
intersection
10.
with M as G.
Hello friends,
Taking out
this
m2
video
common from
is
the
brought
Let us
denominator
start
will
with the
give us
proof.
m1 by m2
Consider
plus
trapezium A, C,
So now we can
F,
substitute
D.
m1 by m2. We get minus 8 into 2 by 7 plus 10 whole by
Now in this
2 by 7
trapezium,
plus 1.
AF divides it
We
into
can
two
solve
triangles.
this further and we will find that
Namely,
we get
triangle ACF
equal to right hand
and
side,
triangle
that is 6,
AF,
implying
D.
that m1 by m2 equal to 2 by 7 satisfies
Let us
the y
first
coordinate
consider
also,
triangle
and hence
ACF.
the point P,
In this triangle,
which is minus
B
4
is
6,
the midpoint of AC.
divides the
which is
line
given.
joining point A and B in
So,
the ratio 2 is
We
to 7.
have AB equal to BC, implying that B is the midpoint.
Hello friends, this video is brought to you by www.muayteaching.com.
Is parallel to CF as L is parallel to M and
Let us
M
read
is
the
also parallel
question.
to N.
Find the coordinates
So,
of the point of trisection
since
of the
L
line
and N are
segment
parallel,
joining the point
So
A,
BG will be parallel to CF.
whose coordinates are 2 and minus 2,
Now from the converse of
and point
midpoint
B,
theorem we
whose
know
coordinates are minus 7,
that the
4.
line drawn through the midpoint of one side of triangle parallel
What
to
we
another
mean by
side
trisection is
bisects the
that
third
if
side.
we have a line segment AB
And in triangle
and it
ACF,
is
we have
equally
proved
divided into 3 parts,
that BG is the line
then we
which
have
is
to find the coordinates of
passing
point
through the
P
midpoint of
and
AC,
point Q.
and it is also parallel to
Clearly,
CF.
P divides
So,
AB in the ratio.
this would imply that
1 is to 2.
G is the
While
midpoint
Q divides AB in the ratio 2 is to 1.
of
Now using
AF.
section formula, we can find the
Now
coordinates
consider
of point
triangle
P.
AFD.
M1
We can
is
apply
1,
same
M2
argument
is 2,
as G is
and
the midpoint of
we have
AF
x1, y1 and x2,
and
y2.
GE is parallel to AD,
So coordinates of point
which would
P will
imply
be 1 into
that
minus
E
7
is the midpoint of
plus
DF
2 into 2.
by midpoint theorem.
We are just using section formula. So we will say whole
That
by 1
in
plus
triangle
2. AFD, similarly y coordinate will be
Condition
1
1
into 4
holds.
plus 2
Also,
into minus 2
GE
whole by 1 plus 2.
is parallel to AD
This gives us
as
coordinates of
M
point
is
P are
parallel to L.
1 and 0.
So
Similarly, we calculate
by 1 and 2,
coordinates of point Q.
converse of the midpoint theorem holds again,
This time
and we can say
you,
our
I am
M1
under
is
the
2 and M2 is 1.
E is the
Again
midpoint
using section formula
of
we get 2 into minus 7 plus 1
water.
into 2
Please help me.
whole
Here
by
too much raining.
This
plus
implies
1
that
and
DE
2 into 4
equal to
plus 1 into
EF
minus 2 whole by
and
2 plus
hello
1.
How are you? I am under the water.
proof.
And on
Please help
solving,
me. Here too much raining.
coordinates of
The
point
required
Q are
Proof.
minus 4 and 2. So finally we